This is my morning update on day 18. Yes, I made it. Nothing but water for 18 days. All in all, I would say it was a very spiritual experience, a physical experience, a mental challenge. Just today alone, I've already been thinking about food because I'm going to break my fast tonight at 6 o'clock and I'm going to film that for you guys. It's very, very, very important to break a fast the right way. I mean, looking back over the last 18 days, it kind of feels like about a year. Being away from work that long. I mean, during the first week I was at work, but, you know, I was noticing myself getting anxiety and I was getting stressed out. It's definitely been a roller coaster ride, and, you know, that's why there's fasting, supervised fasting clinics out there that you can go to and be in a calm environment, a relaxing environment. But you know me, I want to do everything the hard way, so I wanted to see if I could do it and still carry on all my daily activities, which for the most part I did. But, you know, it does, you know, your family does suffer a little bit because you're not there all the time. You're not able to do all the things with your family. But I do have a supportive family, and, you know, that helps out tremendously. I mean, I can only imagine, you know, what people go through if they're trying to fast and their family members are not behind them. So, I mean, as far as the regenerative process, that's just something I really, really wanted to do. I mean, I wanted to regenerate my body. I wanted to go through it. I mean, if I'm going to be talking about it and writing a book about it and doing research on it, I have to be able to go through it myself. And, you know, I've spent the last couple days putting together an itemized list of how to break a fast properly. If you go online and you type in how to break a fast, and this is one of the most important things you can do, because this is when your body actually dumps all that stuff, all those disease cells in your digestive tract. So many people out there, I mean, I've watched YouTube videos where guys run a 36-day water fast and then they gorge out on pizza and they go to a party and eat a bunch of cake and everything. That is like the worst thing you can do. You're going to throw your body into so much turmoil. It is just as important, if not more important, on how you break a fast than it is during the fast, because you want your body to slowly transition back into a healthy diet, and you want your digestive system to slowly transition back into a working digestive system again as well. Other than that, I am feeling pretty good today. I am excited to get back in the swing of things. We'll see how I feel after I break the fast this evening. I know that I'm probably, usually when you do break the fast, you're going to have a lot, you know, as soon as you get that food in your mouth, you might have a lot of hunger because your body just wants to eat and wants to eat and wants to eat. But if you've had the mental ability to not, to work yourself through those hunger pains and drink water, then you should easily be able to work yourself through those cravings as well. We'll see. I'm going to go through it. And hopefully my energy levels will come back very rapidly, and I'll be able to continue. And then usually around day 4, I'll be able to start eating a little bit more, you know, solid food and stuff like that. The day has finally come. Day 18, the end of the day, 6 o'clock, ready to break my water fast. It's extremely important to break a long-term fast, pretty much anything over 6 or 9 days, the right way. And what I wanted to do was read you some information about what happens if you don't break your fast the right way. So there was a naturopath in New York City, broke the fast of a mother and daughter. He was treating the mom and the daughter, and he broke the fast. They had both been fasting 16 and 13 days. And he broke the fast on chocolate candy. He told them basically they could break the fast and just eat a bunch of chocolate candy. The gastric and intestinal acidity resulting from this caused great distress throughout the body. It required 4 to 5 days of fasting to get them back into a comfortable condition. Another story that I pulled up, a young man, 24 years of age, who had suffered from chronic constipation and indigestion, fasted 27 days after reading an article in a popular health publication. On the 28th day, he ate a meal of beef, potatoes, bread, butter, and coffee. He was seized over with violent vomiting spells and could not tolerate even a teaspoon of water on the stomach. The entire abdomen was painful and he had every indication of acute gastritis. So, as soon as I take my first bite of food, it's going to trigger my digestive system, it's going to trigger my hunger, and it might actually, I might even go through a tougher time because people say that they just get ravenous after they first start eating, and that's what happens. I mean, there was another story of a guy that went to a party and pigged out on pizza and chicken wings and all that stuff. I mean, it's not healthy for you to do that, and so it's really going to be another mental challenge for me for the next 4 days or so. I mean, I'm going to, of course, eat healthy for half of the time of the fast, so 18 days, so I'm going to have to eat very raw, healthy food for the next 9 days. And I'm going to go over, I'm kind of creating this new protocol for breaking a fast because there's so much information out there and there's so many different doctors that have broken fast with so many different things. So it's hard to say this one method works great. Back in the 1800s, 1900s, they used to use orange juice, filtered orange juice, and then they used to have grape juice, and then most of it was all fruit. Recently, people are using green juice to break fasts. All in all, I'm going to read you what I think is going to be the best case scenario for breaking a fast, and I'm going to experiment as usual with myself, and then I'm going to modify it all. If I have stomach pains, if I feel good, if I don't feel good, and then I'm going to come up with a fast breaking program that I think is going to be the most efficient. Times change. They didn't have the chemicals and the toxins in the food that we had back then today. So there was another story about a young man about 30 who had fasted on his own initiative for 42 days. The longer you fast too, the more you need to take caution on refeeding. He attempted to break the fast on bread, with the result that vomiting occurred and the stomach became so irritable that nothing could be retained. There was marked emaciation and extreme weakness and every indication for immediate nourishment. I mean, I don't understand why they would do that after such a long period of time fasting. In Associated Press, there have been people, I tried to find out, has anyone ever died? Has anyone ever died because they just pigged out after a long fast? And I could only find a couple cases. One was an Associated Press dispatch in August 28th of 1929. And by the way, I didn't do an afternoon update today. because I knew this was going to be a really long video and closing out my 18-day fasting experience. This guy died. His name was Chris Solberg. He was a 40-year-old art model. Following a 31-day fast, which he broke by consuming several sandwiches that contained beef. So basically, he just put a bunch of beef in some sandwiches and ate like 3 or 4 of them. Ignorance and lack of self-control killed this man. So you really have to have self-control. You know, what I'm recommending to people, 3-day water-only fast, 6-day water-only fast, 9-day water-only fast, you know, you still should break those fasts efficiently. You know, these guys that were doing these long water fasts are for people that have serious health conditions that they want reversed. Or for me, like since I'm about to be 50, I just wanted to regenerate my body and see, you know, just go through that experience. I mean, if I'm going to be talking about it, I have to do it myself. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty 2 capsules of Floratrex. And the reason why is because I want to get some probiotics into my system. And the reason why I'm emptying them into a glass of water is because I don't want those capsules to sit inside my stomach and have to digest. So it's going to be a lot easier if I just empty the capsules out, because it can take 10-15 minutes. Well, depending on your stomach acid content, it could take a while for the capsules to dissolve. So there's 2 Floratrex. I'm going to do 1 capsule of Lateroflora, which is another probiotic strain. Here's the Lateroflora going into about 8 ounces of distilled water. This is distilled water. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to let me put that right there. This right here. I'm also going to empty a capsule of Veganzyme, which is a systemic and digestive enzyme. So that's going to help my body break down the food, and it's also going to help stimulate my digestion because of the enzymes. So I'm going to stir this up. Really good, you can see it here. And I'm going to drink this down. Bon appetit. I don't know how this is going to affect me. I'm experimenting, so you know, we'll see. All right, that's step 1. I'm going to do that every day. I'm just going to read through what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. Step 2 is I'm going to eat a little bit of watermelon, about 6 to 9 small cubes. I'm going to eat this slowly, and I'm going to drink water to help kind of digest the juices and the sugars of the water, or basically dilute the juices and the sugars of the watermelon a little bit. And I'm going to do that in a second. Now, after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a ½ ounce of Intramax, which is a multivitamin mineral supplement, in a large thing of water. This is not Voss water. I just carry this around and fill it with distilled. I can already feel my stomach just from those probiotics and enzymes. And I'm going to drink this slowly over the next hour, and just to replenish all my essential minerals and nutrients that I have in my body. At 7 o'clock, an hour from now, I'm going to eat another small amount of watermelon. Just a little bit. And eat slowly, chew it really good, and then swallow it. I'm also going to make sure that I'm still drinking a lot of water between my meals, because I want to make sure that I stay hydrated, and I want to make sure I have a lot of water to digest. Unless you have diabetes, I haven't read any reports. Some people were asking about, well, isn't that going to raise your glucose? Yeah, it probably will raise my glucose a little bit. There's only one case I could find where a guy drank, I think it was orange juice or something, a lot of it, and he was a diabetic, and then he had hyperglycemia. So as long as you drink water and you eat something with a little bit of fiber in it, like watermelon, which is good, I should be okay. An hour later at 8 p.m. tonight, I'm going to mix 6 ounces of raw green juice with 6 ounces of water and drink. And so I'm diluting the green juice 50-50. I'm going to do half green juice, half water, so it's a little bit diluted. And then around 9 o'clock tonight, I'm going to go to bed, and I am going to take 4 oxy powder tonight. So when my body starts dumping all that stuff into my intestinal tract, once my digestive tract starts working again, I don't know if I'm going to sleep good tonight or not. That's a question that's yet to be answered, but we'll see. And then I'll let you guys know in the morning, because I'm supposed to be going to work tomorrow. So hopefully all my energy comes back and all that happens, and then I'm going to start going through I'm going to film my day 2 refeeding program of what I have planned for day 2 as well. So here we go, the moment of truth I finally get. Your smell is just so enhanced. When I was cutting this watermelon earlier, the thing about fasting is your taste, your smell, everything gets enhanced. I wish my eyesight would have improved. I actually went back and looked, and I did find a couple studies where your eyesight does improve, but those are usually on longer fasts, over 28 days, 30 days, something like that. And if I was going to do something like that, I would definitely be in some sort of a retreat center. Okay, so here it goes. Here's my first bite of food in 18 days. I really feel like I could go another, week, honestly. Wow. It's almost like this burst of flavor. I could actually feel it in my whole body. Like I could feel it in my mind, I could feel it in my mouth, I could feel it in my whole body. I don't think I've even tasted watermelon like that before. It's crazy. So I wanted to make sure that I chew it up really, really good. And I'm kind of mentally saying that, this watermelon is here to help me reactivate my digestive system slowly, efficiently. Again, your mind has so much to do with the success of everything. And I don't want to eat a lot, so I'm going to eat maybe a few more pieces. That is amazing. I cut just the hearts out of the watermelon. Feels like if I'm going to be eating for the first time in 18 days, I'm just going to eat the hearts. Watermelon is also really good for your kidneys. And so, you know, as I'm processing all this and my digestive system starts again, I want my kidneys to really kick in. Okay, that's 2. Look at that chunk. Wow. Just the juices. And watermelon is full of water. It's got a little bit of fiber, which is, they used to say just juice when you were fasting, but later on they found out that the juice just goes right through you. And you might need a little bit, tiny bit of fiber in there to kind of let the food settle a little bit, to really reactivate the digestive system. There's so many different theories out there. I guess it's like the theory of what's the best diet, right? I mean, it's whatever's best for you. Making sure I chew really, really well, which we all should do all the time. That's one of the things that people just do not do. This is number 4, I think. I can feel it. I can almost feel an energy rush in my body right now. If you can, make sure you pick all the seeds out of the watermelon, by the way. Definitely don't want seeds in there. Five. That was a good one. Just kind of take some breaths. Relax my body. You know, we've lost our connection with food. Food is very therapeutic. Especially you go out and talk to a farmer or something, or has somebody who has their own garden, and they grow that food, they become like one with it. And then they go pick it. And then they cook it. And that's a whole therapeutic experience right there. I almost feel like we take food for granted. You know, we just shove it in our mouth. We forgot where it came from, all the work that had to go into it, how it had to travel. That's why I recommend local foods. If you have a local farmer's market, because those farmers care so much. They're gonna grow their food, then they're gonna pick it fresh that morning, bring it to the farmer's market, and then you get it and eat it, and then you prepare it. Just try going and getting your own food and then taking it home and preparing it yourself. And then take a moment to bless your food always. And then feel that food when you eat it. Just close your eyes, like I'm doing right now. In a calm, relaxed state. And just feel the food, because it's alive. Hopefully you're eating raw food, but it is alive. I mean, I eat cooked food every now and then. I won't be able to eat any cooked food till probably day 4, but then it'll probably just broth like a vegetable soup. This is a big chunk. This will be my last piece. Amazing. I mean, and I'm acting like it's, you know, I've gone forever on a fast. It's only been 18 days, but I can't even imagine going 36. You know, that'd be starting over right now. I mean, these guys do these long water-only fasts. But again, I mean, I'm not, you know, overweight. About a ½ ounce. I'm going to pour it in. Self-control when you break a fast is, from what they say, might even be harder than the first 3 days of the fast itself. So I'm going to shake that up. Now I'm going to slowly drink this until around 7. I was planning on doing it from 6 to 7, but now since it's already 6:30 almost, I'll probably wait till 7:30. About an hour from now, I'm gonna just take my time and slowly drink this. And then I'm going to have, well, this is the plan. The plan might change, but then I'm gonna have a little bit more watermelon. And then an hour later, I'm gonna mix the green juice half and half. And I'm gonna keep track of all this. I just might not be in a place where I can film later, so I'm just letting you know. But I did want to let you know how I was doing, and I will document every single day. And I will be filming tomorrow when I get to the office. Hopefully I'll be feeling great, full of energy, but you just never know. So I also will be filming a long session, Q&A session, because we've had hundreds of questions come in. Some very, very good questions too, by the way. Some of them I don't have the answer to. I don't think anybody has the answer to, you know? Like I said, fasting is different for everybody. And you know, you can't really say this is exactly what you're gonna feel, this is exactly what's gonna happen to you, blah, 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 blah. But all in all, it's been a great experience for me. I'm so happy that I did it. It was a mental challenge. It was a physical challenge. It was a roller coaster ride. I've had every possible stress thrown at me that I've had to navigate through, of course. And now my next journey is this refeeding program and breaking the fast. So I should actually start, you know, gaining a little bit of weight back now that I have a little bit of food in, but we will see how it goes. So thank you for all your support again. Day 18 is not officially over yet, but I have now eaten for the first time in 18 days.